Hello, welcome everyone. We might have come to our final day in Horizon Zero Dawn today. Few hurdles to clear. First is, will the stream function today? Find out. Stream had some troubles yesterday. If you were here, you know we got off to a late start, 3 hours late, and then the stream bounced and bounced and bounced again. We finally got a couple hours of poking around. We did not do a whole lot. We did check one very tedious thing off the list. There aren't many tedious things in this game. One of them was a trophy to get all the Grazer dummies knocked down. We did that. But what we have left, and we're off to an early start today. We're starting 1 hour early. I am somewhat hopeful that we can finish this today. No intention of rushing it, but I am prepared to run a little late if things work, if the stream holds up. How are you all doing today? We are Woo, first in the house, Kimberly, lurkin' and workin', and Tropic. Greetings, brother. Greetings. Hey, I just saw it pop up on my phone. I have not seen the picture yet. The mug arrived. A toast to you, my man, and to our mugs, with our mugs. Your internet's back, and the glorious mug arrived. Yeah, I heard a rumor that your internet is going to make it possible for you to stream. Brother, are you gonna be streaming? I'm up in here. What's up, T Street? Simpika, hi Jay and everyone. Hello to you, Simpika and T Street. And all the lurkers out there, hope you're all doing well. There's Tammy. Hey Jay, how are you this week? I'm pretty good. I stopped taking my post-surgery painkillers on Sunday, so this is my third day not taking them. I think it's going all right. I'm not having pain issues. Very, very mild pain left over from all that still, but I had some trouble sleeping, had some headaches, diet, stomach. Yeah, body's been in a bit of an upheaval for the past couple days, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah? How are you? You all feeling good? How are your bodies? How are your hearts? How are your minds? I am willing to roll this over into Thursday if we need to, but let's look at what we've got, because I think we have a good shot to do this today. Your body has to get used to not getting the meds, yeah. Yes, sir, you are correct, sir. That it does. Although I've been tapering off for a while, so it's not too much of a shock for the body. Look at this map. Yeah, there are plenty of places on the map we haven't been to. You can see lots of campfires undiscovered, but there are campfires everywhere. We have nearly completed all the collectibles, and there are, well, I'll show you. There's about 5 of them left. We've got 2 Vantages, 2 Flowers, and 1 Banuk statue left. These data points are not strictly required. They are not required 200% the game if we want to go for that, and we are pretty close. Yesterday we found all 23, the remaining training dummies. We could take a shot at getting the trophy. Hopefully this doesn't try to server sync. But I don't want this to be a stream goal. We could try to 100% it. I'm more interested in finishing the game, but we've got about a dozen remaining hidden trophies. So unless I look up a list of what they are, I'm thinking there'll be some I just don't stumble into. That's what we did yesterday. You found all the power cells. I want to. We still need 2 more power cells to get to the armor. The special armor. Sea-Star, what's up? Hey, Jay and Starship. And happy Tuesday, better than Monday. Yeah, Tuesday could beat Monday with a pair of 3s right now. Yeah, that's what's up. It fits a small bottle perfectly. Excellent. Glug, glug, glug. I was even thinking of taking, since I've been off the meds for a couple days, I was thinking of putting a beer in the fridge, and if we finish the game, I could toast the end of the game. We'll see what happens. Time played, we've got 70 hours in the game. We have 2 more skills to acquire, and we're going to need a total of 6 skill points to do that. We're sitting on 1. Some of the remaining quests will grant skill points. We've already hit the level cap of 50. We did turn the game difficulty up to very hard the other day, but I have not had a lot of time to actually fight at that level. Got my ass kicked in like 3 hits yesterday by a bunch of low-level... I don't even know what got me. Something came up behind me and got me. It might have been a bandit. But very hard is going to play into the rest of the game, and might even throw us into Thursday if things do prove difficult. We have been sent, after visiting Maker's End and what turned out to be Faro Industries, their headquarters of late. And even though we've gone through a bit of a recap a few times, Ted Faro, the richest man in the world and the head of the wealthiest corporation in the world before the fall of civilization, was building a series of machines. We've met those machines, or what has become of them. He built a series of machines which were designed as a peacekeeping force, but were effectively war machines. And amongst their various protocols was an emergency protocol that would allow them to convert biomatter in an emergency into a fuel source. Can you see where that was going? There was also a machine, the one now known as the Corruptor. I think it was at the time called the Horus, or am I confusing? I think I'm confusing a couple different types. Which one was the Corruptor? What was its original name? If we went back to Faro Industries, we could pull up probably have it in our notebook. Somewhere in here, we've got hologram on that. There we go. Horus, Khopesh, Scarab, and maybe it was just those 3. Horus, not the horse, the Horuses. So something went very, very wrong with their emergency protocols, and having a machine, the Corruptor, which was intentionally designed to be able to reprogram other machines, well, combined some glitches. Yeah, a few. Yeah, we've dropped a few frames. Hopefully nothing major like yesterday. Yes, I'm staring at the numbers now. We'll keep an eye on it. If the stream crashes, let me know as soon as possible. But I really hope we don't have the troubles we had yesterday. What a mess that was. At any rate, the machines indeed turned. There was a glitch. Emergency protocols must have kicked in because the machines started to turn on man, and projections were that the entire world would be overrun and all life annihilated within 15 months. So Elizabeth Sobek, the woman whose DNA and face we share, had a project, had a plan, a last-ditch effort to save humanity. And while she had cut ties with Faro Industries, Ted Faro called her in because she was the best and the brightest, and he had nowhere else to turn, and asked her for a solution. The solution she presented was more of an ultimatum, and we don't really know what Project Zero Dawn was, but she forced Ted Faro, the richest man in the world, head of the richest corporation in the world, to sign off to use his company's money and resources to begin her Project Zero Dawn. And she was on her way to U.S. Robot Command when she contacted him by hologram and essentially forced him, having no choice, to sign off on her project. And we're now being sent to the ruins of U.S. Robot Command, listed as the Grave Horde on our map we visited before and could not find entry. Aloy delves the ruins of U.S. Robot Command to learn more about Project Zero Dawn. If she can discover the weapons Elizabeth Sobek used to defeat the ancient robot plague, maybe she can wield them herself. Before we go there, I'd like to to gather up a few of those remaining collectibles on the west side of the map here. We've got one corrupted zone, a metal flower, a Banuk statue, and another settlement where we might find a side quest or two, a vantage, and another flower. After that, we'll head for the Grave Horde. Hello, Rango, hello! We have dropped some frames. It's nothing too crazy. Yesterday, the stream just stopped repeatedly, and without getting into it too much, whatever's happening today is so far not the same thing. Should deactivate that quest, or we're gonna have an objective marker on our screen at all times. Besides the one we're looking for. So what is everybody doing today? Kind of a week is it turning into. This place we're at now, which looks quite elaborate, doesn't seem to actually have a lot going on. The Blazon Arch, like I'd call it a seaport, but like more of a bay. Nor is it attached to anything like a great city. We're not on the edge of Meridian. We only found a little bit of information about the Blazon Arch. We found one data source here. Tammy, yes, super excited you get your new house on Friday.
You do what you came to.
Tammy, that must be thrilling, very exciting. I know how I felt in that position. I haven't left it since. I have not gone outdoors in 17 years. Well, not quite, but... Homebodies to the end. What's up, Brad? So moving into a new house this weekend, getting the keys is what it sounds like? Or you're not quite ready to move in? I guess it would be. Having to share a house and raise a kid. I still haven't finished the first season, Rango. Way back when it was still new, I watched most of the first season of House of Cards. I liked it. I'm not sure why I stopped watching it. I think it was just kind of downtrodden, a little depressing, even if it was good. But I'm not sure that's enough of a reason. Should go back to it. Finish sometime. Catch up.
Stay away from me! Help! Help!
Hello? There's your help. He asked the wrong person for help, obviously. Look at all of those. Those don't look natural, do they? Those look carved. Those can't be natural. Yeah, a few. Look, as far as the frames dropping today, if there's going to be some, if we're going to have periodic frame drops, just assume you're going to want to refresh from time to time to catch up. Oh, Timmy. Timmy, that's awesome. Your son is calling it his forever home. I know the term from other contexts, but good one. Brad, silly question. Not a silly question. That is not a silly question. Is it possible to sub to you with Twitch Prime? Not yet. Twitch affiliates, as different from partners, there is not yet a sub option for affiliates, but Twitch has said that it's in the works. There will be a sub option for affiliates at some point, and I hope that you'll be able to use a Twitch Prime sub at that point, but not yet. Kimberly, why are you not having the frames issues? I don't know what you're on an iPad, right? At the moment, if you're working. We haven't dropped that many. I mean, we've dropped less than, okay, it's not a good number. We've dropped about 700 frames in 20 minutes. That's bad, but it's not the same as a completely busted stream. You know, we've dropped about 10 seconds worth of frames. No, that would be 20 seconds worth of frames and a little more than that. In 20 minutes. So losing about a second every minute, that's awful. I don't even want to think about that. I want no dropped frames. But considering what happened yesterday, I'll take what I can get. And I don't have a lot of control over it. So your device is coping, I guess. It's a minimal frame drop, and some devices would cope with that differently. Which device, which browser, which app?
Stocking up.
The frames are indeed dropping. No, yeah, C-Star, that's exactly it. You are seeing the frame drops, but not everyone is going to experience that the same way. Not everyone will buffer. Some people who have buffering, it will be brief and just pick right back up. Some people will have buffering and then it'll get hung up and they'll have to refresh. Networking is weird. It is certainly not consistent. $720.60. It might say 60, but it's actually only a 30 FPS
useful.
stream. Well. Damn computer voodoo. When I see the frame drops, they're between me and Twitch. It's before Twitch rebroadcasts the video to you. So they are real, they are happening. They're happening between me and Twitch. So they're in the source that everybody is getting. They are affecting everybody. They're just not affecting everybody the same way. Sickness Eater. Sickness Eater. We've got some nice mods in all our gear now. We might have slightly better mods sitting in inventory, not actually stuck into gear, but for the most part, we've got really nice stuff. 30% resist corruption, 29% resist corruption. We're gonna look to see if there's any better ones. No, 29's the best we've got to spare right now. So one thing about corrupted machines, no matter what unlocks you have, overrides, you can have unlocked all the overrides in the game as we have, but you cannot override corrupted machines. Started having frame drops and I kind of lost the train of thought, but what do you think of all of these? Whatever they are. I mean, they don't necessarily look carved now that we're up close. But what kind of weathering pattern would account for all of these looking the way they do? From a distance, they sure look artistic. This is, yes, they kind of look like that. So how would nature produce such a thing? It's a very strange weathering pattern if it's weather. Corrupted machines tend to be weak to fire, although there are some notable exceptions to that. They might be strengthened against things the ordinary versions were not, but this corrupted behemoth still has a freeze canister weak to freeze arrows. I might even set up something different here. I've got the blast sling ready to go. Maybe would use an elemental sling or even a bow with elemental arrows. Yeah, even since we talked about it a minute ago, we have dropped more frames. I don't like seeing that. We're coming in at under 2%, but that's an average. When it drops frames, it's bad. Do not like contemplating. Yeah, wind, water, ice, lots of things can produce very curious weathering patterns in the real world. These are just unfamiliar looking to me. It may be too late to avoid getting spotted by him. No, we can come around. Going back. Alright, let's set up a bunch of traps between the cacti before we engage. They might only be level... Okay, they're 32. These are some of the higher level things we've even fought in the game. Once they notice I'm here, did I not actually put on the Sickness Eater? Just thought about it, I didn't do it. See if we can buy just a little bit more time. We've also got a lot of traps that I don't use. I just don't use them. Maybe now's the time to use them. Or I could spring the trap early. I could sure get a nice, easy shot on his freeze tank. Could even double up arrows. Probably get that tank to blow in one shot. But I was gonna lay out more traps. Try to lay out more traps before engaging. Hellos! Likes to see. And Goodwin. Kemi needs everyone to shame her Dark Souls stream. Why? Why would we need to shame her Dark Souls stream? Of what do you speak? Hello, Goodwin. Uh-oh. Surely we're gonna get spotted here. If it wanders into one of those, you know it'll be on. That. Is that gonna blow? I think it's venting. Yeah! Alright. Not good. Don't forget, we're on very hard now, so I am not gonna be able to take hits. Not like I could before. Oh, God! This is not gonna go well. So much for my setup. See if I can at least bring things through the traps. I should have set up, should have kept a sling for some more area damage. See if we can gain some temporary cover. Oh, it came right through the rock. Stuck its nose right through the rock. For my critical hit. Terrible timing. The wrong one. Rock spitting is pretty intense. DBA Bob is back! Bob, I was wondering when you get back. Yeah, man! Dude, thank you! Thank you for your most incredible and generous support of this stream for so long! Okay! And welcome the heck back, how are you doing? Hey, watch the nails. Subs are for cool kids. Bob, that's what's up. Welcome, man. Welcome back. How is the Bahamas? Woo! You gotta do all the stuff with the woo! And the ouch! And the ow! Get me the hell out of here! Ow! Preemptive ow!
I felt that.
Yay for the early stream! What's up, Dragoon? What's up, S7? Can I get a critical? Come on, come on, come on! Let me in there! No! It went very badly. Let me out of there! Let me out of there! I changed my mind! Oh my god, I changed my mind. I don't want to be anywhere near that. Dragoon, happy Tuesday. Shit. Shoot me now! Because I apparently can't shoot them. Jesus, where is my aim at? Like everything I'm aiming for, as soon as I'm ready to fire, I adjust and miss. Seems to be my MO right now. No, keep moving. Oh, it went down. It went down. Yeah! Yeah! That was it. All corrupted zones cleared. I think you get an extra exclamation mark in there. Oh, wow. Silmi, we haven't seen you in a while. What's happening?
Excellent!
How you been, Silmi? Privyet, it's been a long time. Welcome back to you too. Well, Bob, you rolled back in at a good time. That's okay. Silmi, you've been busy. I hope you've been good. Busy. Well, that was 2 corrupted behemoths. Plus some ads. And they were, not at our level, but they were above 30. That's about as high level as anything we've seen in the game yet. I think we've leveled enough.
Might need that.
After all those ice arrows we made, yeah, we might. We have a new quest marker. Thought I disabled the quest we were coming for. Return to the merchant. Why? Shadow Rattler. Oh, because, really, we needed some animal skin. When did I kill an animal and get its skin, whichever one we needed? It was pointed out yesterday that I could create jobs for the things I was missing, like upgrading ammo pouches. That raccoon bone. So that's what that is. The merchant has the Shadow Rattler, which is the last of the shadow weapons. It'll probably be one of the other hidden trophies that we're missing. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting a little under the weather. Could just be allergies. I've been kind of stuffed up, and but my stomach and chest and head have all been a little funky the past few days. All right, let's go turn that in. Actually, let's hit a campfire and then go turn that in. Or we don't need to do this in any particular order. Let's go looking for that metal flower and maybe the Banuk statue and then that stuff. Who's in a rush? We don't need to finish the game today. That Banuk figure is not far either. Can we already see any of the paint markings? Does anybody see any paint markings? Not quite.
Never know when I might need these.
Oh my god, it's a Stargate! That the Blazon Arch. But yeah, it feels a little bit like my head's in a fishbowl.
I can't fight. Please help me.
Come on,
Shadow
man.
Soldier.
This has nearly got me.
Do you think they'll say thank you, or do you think they'll turn on us? They were hostile. Technically, they're hostile. The last one who ran by asking for help, I just took him out.
Leaping lance.
That. Wow. And if I don't kill him, is he gonna acknowledge that? Hello? How curious. Let's try leaving him and see what happens. I mean, if he attacks me, he's done. Kind of interesting, though. What a beautiful area. Whether it's weathering patterns or there was some sculpting done by man. What a beautiful area. The Willed One! The Willed One, thank you for the host! Looking for a metal flower out here. What a flippin' gorgeous area. The flowers down there, we'd probably be able to see the patch of flowers that grows in a triangle around it. Hey, hey, hey! What's up, Willed One? Thank you for the host. So, Bob, too windy? A lot of races were canceled? That's a bummer. Did you, were there any good races to be had in spite of that? There's our campfire. What about the metal flower we came out here? Oh, I am nowhere near. That's right. I put the flag at an intermediary point so I could make sure I was coming up the right way. I am nowhere near the flower. We did get it to a campfire, though. We good? You mean frames? We've had some frame drops today. Wish I could eliminate. Still a lot better than yesterday. Oh, it could be a lot worse. Willed One, it could be a whole lot worse. Stealth gear back on. kind of neat how the override, when you use your staff to override a machine, the animation will be the same as the blue spindly bits grow up from the machine's head. But wherever you stick your staff, glad that doesn't always start at the front. What am I trying to say? I like using my spear to poke the machines in the butt.
Glintox, scouting for
I think that's what I'm saying. Because it's funny, see? But it really kind of stunned me the first time. I didn't realize what was going on. Yes, I usually bring Glintox down with fire. I don't use frost arrows on them. And they're now being enough of a pain that we're gonna need to do that. Oh shit! What's going on here? All of a sudden it's a party. I see our metal flower in there. Glintox being weird. If they're flying and you set them on fire, they will hit the ground. Like this one just came crashing to the ground. If they're on the ground and you set them on fire, they catch fire but will still take off. I've never quite understood the discrepancy. Jesus. That went right under his wing. Wild One, you're having to redo some of Ankh-Bot setup. See, like, look at that. It did not actually catch fire. It has the flame symbol, but not the white ring. You hit it when it's in the air, and it immediately gets the white ring. It only takes one. So it follows different rules about catching fire, whether it's in the air or on the ground. Not sure how that makes sense. Whoa, we got a wild one! Oh, we got a wild one! Someone call an exorcist. Wonder if anything would affect that. Oh. Bot spinner. Yeah, it's like one of those little spinner toys. Little finger spinner. Bot form. Alright, metal flower.
That's what.
Mark II-H. Nearly our last one. I slumbered this spring morning and missed the dawn. From everywhere I heard the cry of birds. That night the sound of wind and rain had come. Who knows how many petals then had fallen. Okay, let's see if we can get this Banuk figure before dropping back down to pick up the Shadow Rattler. Or we can do it in the, let's do it in the other order. Let's go back to the merchant and then head north again towards the Banuk figure, this other settlement, Vantage, and our final flower. Going to disappear too quickly to really read and discuss, but it was talking about the Corruptor being weak to fire and a hidden weak point that appears once it is on fire. I'm not sure I was aware. I know you can knock armor off and expose parts, and machines have weak points, different weak points for different machines. I don't think I realized that additional weak points might be revealed when an elemental is applied, as opposed to when armor plating is knocked off or when it's lying down. This is the last shadow weapon that we had not yet bought. Do we get a ding? Maybe there's no trophy for that. There is, it is being counted. Kind of low on blaze. Hasn't happened too often. Doing surprisingly good on wire. Tiger! What's up, Tiger? Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, this is useful.
So power cells, Wu asked about power cells earlier. We're still missing 2. We used 2 power cells, or was it 3, early in the game to open the first few locks. Some ruins near where the game began. In this bunker, there is a suit of armor locked away, and we need, at this point, we need 3 more power cells. We've got 1 of those 3. We need to find 2 more power cells before we can get to the armor in that bunker. Seems to have been the quest that got auto-selected somehow, leading us back there. Yeah, ancient armor, he got selected somehow. And I'm not sure what the deal is with Nil. We've already cleared all the bandit camps in the game, but Nil, mysterious outlander and friendly psychopath, invites Aloy to raid bandit camps with him when their paths cross. Really have a good campfire to warp out of here on. Guess we could warp to this one. Otherwise, I just need to go up these switchbacks to run out of the Blazon Arch, and then we'll head north again. Not sure if one way out is faster than another. That versus up this way. Hello, Jake. Misery. I almost missed you there. Miss Misery, hello. Hello to Jake and Miss Misery and Tiger and anyone else just getting in and people lurking out there. How are you all today? Trying to shake off a headache that I've had since 3 in the morning. Trying to breathe through congestion and I don't know, maybe it's not just allergies, but Cider isn't
This'll
classed as apple juice. You should know that by now. You mean like hard cider? God, I would love something like a hard cider or a beer. I haven't had a beer or anything since September or earlier. Tiger, you're waiting for your turn at dentist torture. Yeah, I'm hoping so. See, Star, that it eases off. Miss Misery, how's everyone? This wonderful, fabulous, lovely, totally not miserable day. Well, as I said before, Tuesday could beat Monday with a really crappy hand. Like a pair of threes would beat Monday this week. Yesterday was nearly a wash. Although we did get a little bit done when you got the trophy for taking down all 23 Grazer dummies, training dummies, knocking them down. A weird trophy for a game that is not really full of tedious requests. And it has some fetch quests, but that was just straight tedium. It's like, go find all these things that are not marked on the map. They're scattered throughout half the map. Have fun. Yeah. They're of no consequence. They don't fight back. You just knock them down. And some of them are really out of the way. You go to a village, you talk to everyone, you look around, you're good. But if you go off to the edge of the village and off to the side and off a little here, then there's a training dummy sitting off by itself somewhere. You would not run into that in the course of normal exploration. You would have to be sticking your nose in every corner to find it. Likes to see, the agony of a sober life. My kingdom for a good stout beer, if I had one. Since I stopped taking my post-surgery pain meds on Sunday, I'm finally nearing that point. I could, if I wanted to, have a beer. It's tempting. I probably should double back to where the painting on the rocks was. Our starting point is probably there. But I didn't see it at first, and I get curious. Bunny hopping up the rocks is not that fun. And not always doable. How is your wonderful, fabulous, lovely day going, Miss Misery? Hopefully all of those things. So I see a spot we can rappel down from. I just don't see a ledge we can grab to get started. And the ledge that you can grab for these Banuk statues is usually near where paintings are. If we can spot any more painting. Goodbye. What would you tweak about this game if you've played Horizon? What would you adjust if you could change something, one or two things about the game? I would change the free climbing. I would introduce some sort of free climbing, although it might break certain areas. Old news, is it old news? I haven't thought about that in a while. I think I have seen it. Likes to see a pic that went round of Geralt high-fiving Aloy. Please post the link. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it again, even if I've seen it before. So, has anybody seen a climbable ledge? If not, this is the only painted area we can actually reach right now. Kind of surprised there isn't one here, and I'm second guessing whether there might be right in front of me, and I just don't see it.
This.
Spoilers yet? Not quite yet, Rango. We're trying to get a couple collectibles. This Banuk figure, get to this vantage, which is a little spoiler. You get a little bit of lore, and then the metal flower before we go to the Grave Horde, which is our next quest. Right now, I'm just looking for a handhold somewhere. Look at the map and the terrain. See if we can take a guess. We've got some paintings right here that would start a climb. Would indicate the start of a climb, but I can't find a starting point for that climb. You'd get rid of the last hits experience, you mean credit for the kill? That kind of thing? I haven't found that to be too much of an issue. I'm gonna regret this. We're gonna have to go all the way around to get back there, aren't we? Unless somehow we can climb up here. Yeah, it's getting too steep for her already. This feels pretty iffy. Don't see any ledges. Grab. Not the color paintings. Well, yeah, they are. The color paintings indicate the presence of a nearby Banuk figure. Those are Banuk paintings. But usually the paintings indicate that nearby there's a handhold to get you started climbing, since there is no free climbing, which is what I would adjust. We're gonna have to go around. Rex! What's up, Rex? Tropic G! 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 Also, hi. And the handholds don't stand out with the focus. Just, this seems like the most likely spot, that somewhere right in here would be a handhold. And if it's here and right in front of me, I'm just not seeing it. And yet there's so much stuff she could climb, if we could free climb. Still looking for the shield. Still, how much time have you spent in Hyrule Castle, Rex? Back around this way. I think we already walked up here, but let's check it again. We've got let's follow this.
So much for being careful.
Maybe that's where we need to get to, and we can rope across to the rest of it. I should have followed that rope when I saw it before. 20 hours looking for the shield? Yikes. Yikes. I think I remember what tips I was given to go looking for that shield. Do you want any suggestions or tips, Rex? Totally up to you. There's our starting point. Again, marked by Banuk paintings, but far away from where I was looking. Can she make it? Can you make it? Nice. Oh, this one's gonna be fun, isn't it? We've got a long way to climb. Doesn't this look like free climbing? Not everything you can climb on is well marked with bird poop or yellow rope, or once you start climbing, something like those knobs are, they stand out and they've got bird poop on them, but we just climbed on some of those natural or weathered or carved rocks. But only after starting a climb. Couldn't just free climb on them. We had to be climbing on designated spots before we could grab them. I recognize the art now. Thank you for posting that. I have seen that, or a version of that. You don't want the tips, Rex. Never. I will bathe the castle in blood till I find that shield. You find your shield before spending another 20 hours in the castle. Bet you found everything else that castle has. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't look down. Don't look down. There we are. The vision.
The sculpture must be of Banuk make.
Yes, all the Banuk statues are of Banuk make. You are a genius, Aloy. Tektuk. Falsely accused, exiled, starving, and cold. I faltered. This I confess. As the death chills overcame me, I lost will and purpose and felt the bottomless callousness of fate. But then, a vision. I saw in my mind's eye an endless white plain with only a single figure waiting. It was you. And I knew, in death if not in life, I would see you again. When the chills faded, I rose with new hope. I paint my mark here for you in anticipation of our meeting, and leave for you this offering, though it will never touch the warmth of your hands. Excellent. At the sun about to rise. Tall neck in the distance. Gorgeous sky, yeah. Good evening, Niam. Welcome. How are you doing today? All right, well, next stop is that the last settlement marked on the map that we haven't been to? The settlement, the Vantage, the Flower, and then I think we'll head to the Grave Hoard. We won't be able to, from what we've been told, get to this Vantage yet. I think it was you, Niam, who said the quest would take us there at some point. But I'll bet we can get to this one, and the Flower. Nice, doing fine today. No 5K, just a burger and a cup of tea. Yeah, they don't go too well together, do they? A long run and a burger? Maybe. Maybe. Chronic, what's up, Chronic? Is everything good in Chronic today? Ah! Rawr. Most of the remaining trophies in the game
Why have you come to Sunfall?
are hidden.
The Gravehoard is where you belong.
You make it sound so attractive, Silence.
The Eclipse knows you're alive, Aloy. If their agents see you at Sunfall, you will be overwhelmed.
Well, that's certainly ominous.
So Silence, the mysterious man on our focus, who we came face to face with at the Pharaoh facility, is telling us we shouldn't go here. Interesting. I'm gonna try to get close. Let's see how close we can get. Side quest has popped up on the map. There's a campfire outside. If we can't get in, we can't get in. Let's try to at least get our game saved and find out what's there. How is you beautiful people today? You're still sick, but you knows how it goes. I do indeed. Sorry to hear you're still sick. Maybe it's on the tail end of that. I might be a little under the weather myself. I'm really not sure.
Careful where you walk. Each step has been paid for in blood.
So if I run in circles, does that mean more people bleed?
She's very pale. Is she unwell?
Yes. She's a fighter, but the fever on her won't lift. It only burns hotter. Her name is Shiana, my sister.
Isn't there anyone in Sunfall who can help?
We're refugees. We know our place. And there's only one healer in the territory. He's difficult. His soul is in shadow.
His soul is in shadow.
Galiv. That's him. He's very clever, but he has little care for people. Perhaps the desert scoured it all away. Perhaps he was always like that. Either way, I know he won't help us.
Well, I'll see about that. Where would I find him?
Last I heard, he was patching up soldiers at Blazon Arch. Another border battle.
We just came from Blazon Arch.
I'll keep the moon from your brow.
Aloy offered to find a healer to tend to the young Shadow Karja refugee. We'll go back at some point, but I want to see what's here first. Way too young of a voice for that kind of beard? Maybe. Maybe. It didn't throw me off much as some. We've heard some very, very mismatched voices. Not many, but a few. That was kind of middle of the road. Mismatched. They're gonna block me at the door?
Usurpers are starving us out, plain and simple.
Shards and stuff. Shards and stuff. This weave. Still water, sparklers, shards. Have to make some room. Alright, let's sell some of that stuff that we can't take out of the treasure boxes. We have too much. Let's sell some of that here. It's tempting to sell some of that wire now that I have so damn much, but after hearing of people running out of wire late game against some of the things they had to fight, I'm hesitant. Damn, and I didn't sell the stuff I marked. Jzax, following. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Jzax. Do we call you Jay? Because that would be confusing. Hi, I'm Jay. Keep the wire, Jay. Whatever you do, I will keep the wire, man. I will keep the wire. We have plenty of damage coils and better ones in our gear already. We're at the point where we're probably going to start selling the purple, the very rare mods as well. Some of them. Like, look at how many tear coils we have on top of the ones that are already in our gear. We don't need that many. Fine. Need to keep any of these fire mods. We've already got some fire mods in use. Good ones. J-Zack or Jay-Z? Thank you. Welcome again, Jay-Z. Try to go with Jay-Z. Oh! Beast Blood! Beast Blood, thank you for the bits! Welcome! I like your bits! Cheers, man! Neum, the things you don't use the rope caster, the trip caster a lot, so you're probably good on wire. Is that one of the big differences? Is that making the difference? That's good enough for now. Waiting on that sub button. Well, if they do roll out the basic tier of subs for affiliates for too long, you will get one. You will get one. I can't wait. But I don't know when it's gonna be. What am I doing? I wanted to get stuff out of the treasure boxes I couldn't open. Save that. Another shock trap. Okay, what can we do here? Let's sell him... Oh, let's sell him one more of those shock traps. We'll save the potions until I actually use them and replenish them that way. Mods, we got a couple other mods we don't need. That should do.
Buy what you need.
Fender should have a new outfit. I didn't even think to look. I thought we had all the heavy gear that we might want. Got, that it? The Oseram Arrow Breaker? The Oseram stuff? Or that was available before, wasn't it? We've got Banuk, Nora, Karja, Oseram, and then all the heavies. No, not this guy. Somebody else. Oh, what have I walked into? Remember, Silence said we should not have come here yet. He told us to go somewhere else first. Questioned why we were here.
Stay off my focus.
Lucky if you survive long enough to wind up in that ring.
So he's still saying, don't stay. Why are you here? What are you doing? You're crazy, Aloy. Fine. Fine then. I have a feeling we'll be back, though.
Come take a look. I'll give you a good price.
What are you thinking of playing after Horizon, Jay? Very much on my mind, because I have to decide. I'd like to avoid starting something as lengthy and expansive, so not another open world game. Maybe a couple smaller games we really might play, Little Nightmares, and hey, DBA Bob, you're back now. I was waiting for you to return from the Bahamas since Edith Finch was your suggestion. I wanted to make sure you were around. You were going to be able to be around before I scheduled it. It's not a long game. If we finish Horizon today, maybe we'll do something short, like Little Nightmares on Thursday. If we finish Horizon on Thursday, it probably won't take the whole stream, and I'm tempted to do something even shorter, like Edith Finch is only 2-3 hours long, about half a stream.
She got sick, then died in the night.
Procyon's always going back to the Bastion lobby. With the most excellent voice-over. Yes, our hero clutches his. Yeah, I played a few minutes of it. I like the way they do the voiceovers in Bastion. As you run around, the narrator will describe what you're doing. You start breaking a bunch of boxes and said, dude rages out for a minute. It's pretty awesome. So Procyon, you're a big fan of Bastion, huh? Well, it's not my... Wow, smart bunny. So sure he was gonna move. You know what? You get a reprieve. Live on, bunny. Live to fight another day. Play Portal 1 only a few hours. Have I not streamed Portal 1? Not that long. That's a decent suggestion. Want to know how many times Jay started Bastion? Just once. We're going back to Blazon Arch to find the healer. The guy who wanted one. Guess we're probably gonna have to come back here. Let's take a quick hop down. This isn't anything meaty. So let's jump and jump back. Jump wherever. Zero Dawn? Doesn't that mean we're living on the dark side of the moon? I don't know where we're living. It's pretty wild. Iceman, welcome. How is you? How is you today? Have you streamed Fear yet? No, I haven't played any of the Fear games, Jake.
Won't stop blowing.
I even considered, although it's not quite the short, I was thinking to get into Ring City, the DLC, the final piece of DLC for Dark Souls 3 is already installed and ready to go. I just don't want to jump right from this. And we could spend a solid week on that. Even though some people probably tear through it in 8 hours, you know it's going to take 20 plus here, so...
Are you Galeev?
Kind of want to carve out a week for that.
I had planned to spend the day gazing at the lands of my exile and feeling sorry for myself. But you're not from Sunfall, so this could be interesting.
I came from the tent city there. There's a sick girl. Her brother told me about you.
The answer is no.
What?
No, I can't spare the medicine, nor my time to administer
It's like Kalkstein.
My resources are already spread thin. Thin as the soiled cloths I have to use for dressings.
That's disgusting. Chronic, I have not played the prototype games. Tammy, I have not played any Far Cry games, but Primal's the one so far that has held a little interest for me. So I would consider it. I don't have any particular plans, but I've never gotten into prototype. That's exactly it, though. Procyon, Ring City took you about 10 hours, but without being stuck on any one boss for an unreasonable amount of time. What do you think the odds are I won't get stuck on at least one boss for an unreasonable amount of time? I'm thinking at least one boss is going to be a 4, 5, 6 hour, right?
Why won't you help?
Look at it from my perspective. What meager goods I can get must be smuggled in. That's expensive. The Behemoth's share goes to the military. Of course, there are the demands of the Citadel. Helis's kestrels are so prone to sticky ends. What's left, that's for the nobles, who can pay well for my services.
Look at it from my perspective. A little girl is sick.
I think we are calling to each other across an ideological impasse.
What's stopping me from just making you do it?
I'd have to cause a situation. And you wouldn't harm the only healer disgraced enough to work for the Shadow Carja, would you?
Well, we've only just met, but yes, it's tempting.
And take it up with the Citadel. They decide who lives and dies. Nothing you can do would compare to my punishment if I use the last of my stock on a tent girl.
You're kind of an ass, healer.
Yeah.
There's no cure for a conscience. But in this line of work, I've built up an immunity to it.
He'd be immune to my spear up his ass.
If you feel so strongly about this one girl, perhaps we can make a deal. My charity for a Thunderjaw heart.
That's not how charity works.
It is how deals work. You'd settle my debts. For a while.
I already have the part.
Wow, we could already have a deal. Quickly now, let's salve your poor conscience.
See to the girl, and it's yours. Not before.
Oh, please. On my oath, this girl will survive to see our sad future. You and I shouldn't be seen together. Go on to the slums ahead of me. I'll find you presently. You do stand out in a crowd.
Yeah, this fucking guy. I wonder if he took our Thunderjaw heart, or if we're going to be given a choice of giving it to him. We have 3 of them. I think we can spare one. Either way. Lurk, why command no work? Lurk, why command no work? Don't know. He's even less likable if you don't have the heart already. Does he give you grief over the likelihood that you'd actually get one, or what does he do if you don't have one? Look, yes, we can jump right back. So we started an hour early today, aiming for about 7 hours, or until we finish the game. If we're getting really close to the end, we might even run late. That's assuming the stream holds up. We've had frame drops. It's assuming I hold up. I'm not sure how under the weather I am. Hopefully just a little bit. But it's been working its way in for the past day or two. And it might just be getting off the heavy meds. It would make sense. Forget the conversation, but I believe he gives you grief over whether you can even get it.
Tread lightly, Outlander. I'm good at
But I'd like to try and break about every 90 minutes. So we'll have our first break here coming up. Few minutes.
It's you. Hello again.
I've brought someone to see your sister.
How did you... What did we do to deserve... No. Wait. I don't even want to ask. In case a shadow passes over and it's gone.
Smart boy.
She'll have his full attention, won't she?
Once I'm freed of other distractions, yes.
Matthew, hello Jay. Hello Jay family. Jay love.
Are you my nightmare?
Yes.
Or am I yours?
Also,
the Kestrel.
both.
They only serve themselves.
Miss Misery, I think that
What
voice
she
was
called
okay with that beard. I've known some
Shiana.
young people with
I
very
knew Shiana's
rowdy
once.
beards that
She
almost
said
looked
she
like
was
that guy and had
How is your
pretty
sister
light
singing
young
voice?
voices.
Uh,
So I gotta
she
go with that
likes
voice
ball
kind of
games.
fits.
She wants to be a soldier.
Matthew, how are you doing today? So game completion is marked at 88%. Shadow items, we've got 8 outfits, 8 weapons. I wonder, Neum, what that other outfit you suggested, so not the merchant we were talking to, but if there is some merchant who has a new outfit at some point, I'm curious what that will be. Of course, we've got the armor that's locked away. But, main quest 14, side quest 18, 14 errands. I don't know if it counts errands that you make for yourself, like jobs to get things done. That would be weird if it did. Might as well leave this active for now. Raccoon, raccoon, raccoon bow. Also, I didn't think to check a few minutes ago, we should have a new ammo type for the Rattler ammo. We're also gonna need a rat bone. Let's create a job out of that. So we need raccoon bone and rat bone right now. It's part of the story. And your favorite, personally? Hey there, I crave. Even with the helmet. So you're talking about the merchant, the one that Nia mentioned, or the one that's locked away with the power cells, of which we still need 2 more.
We won't last another season.
Rats around here? There might be.
Find more food.
Fox. Fox.
What's she called?
Shiana.
I knew a Shiana once. She...
At least Kaja don't have to debase ourselves with that.
Oh, the power cell one is
All these
different.
Outlander mercenaries
Well, I'm looking
have a
forward to
mean look
both.
about them.
Or the one that's locked away is very, very powerful indeed. Of course, we're pretty over leveled now. We're level 50. We just took on the level 30 something corrupted zone, a couple level 32
These for the trail.
corrupted behemoths. Turn the game difficulty up to very hard. It's going well. I can get my ass kicked pretty fast, but let's get to this vantage and maybe this metal flower and then break. And after the break, we're heading for the Grave Horde. Can you check if the repel bug is still there? Yes, if you tell me what the repel bug is. Try to repel up? Are you kidding? I'm not sure I would know how to begin. Would there be an on-screen prompt? Are you able to just... How does that work? Also, I'd have to find a repel spot. Or do you not literally mean repel? Was it? Could you go up tight ropes? Just jump on it? So you're not talking about rappelling, though. You're talking about tight wires? Is that right?
Good for an old remedy.
Think we can dive through this? Come through it, dive through it. Yeah. See, the PS4 got a system update. Failed to mute, sneeze averted. No, I get that. So I crave when you have a branch sticking out with a little dangling rope. That's when she jumps off, throws a rope up, and rappels straight down. You said you could rappel up. Thank you. But that's separate from when there's a tight rope that's strung between 2 points and she walks across it. That's not rappelling. Or even when she slides down, that's more like a zip line. She's still not... just semantics. I know what you're saying, I think, but... the rappelling is only when she goes straight down. Yeah, I think it's just semantics. I think I got you, though. So she can kind of do a, like zip up, like a reverse zip line, as if she could zip up the line. Or walk upwards on a rope. And that would be a hell of a stunt. Probably behind me, but I'm just looking. Yeah. It's gonna be up there by those scrappers. Scrappy scrubbers. I don't think I can bunny hop up this. Oh, I can. I can just bunny hop up. Groovy. You two kids want to fight? You two kids want to fight? I think you two kids should fight. Fight now, kiss and make up later. Ah, he knocked mine down. Come on, get up. This is a really weak fight, you guys. Come on. That's what I want to see. Now rip him up. Don't wait for him to get up. Finish him. This is like some crazy honorable Dark Souls duel. You're like waiting for someone to get back up. Okay, ready? Re-engage. Come on, you two. This is silly. Lazy bots. They're just beginners. I might be able to fix this though.
I can get out of this.
Okay, let's put one over. Step out of the way. Step out of the way. Put one over there. And one over here. One over here. Now you kids have fun. Oh, there we go. Shadow Dragon, welcome. That's that must be a bit of a bummer. What kind of disappointing results? You ran a benchmark, you didn't get the results you wanted.
Found a vantage. Need to piece the messages together.
Need to piece the messages together. She ever said that about a vantage before? Okay. So we're looking out over Sunfall. Doesn't mean the vantage will show us what was at that spot. It could be out here. The vantage might be out here. But let's see. Nope, it's gonna be Sunfall. Before Sunfall, there was Bryce Orbital. There appear to be machines flying in or out. Get the audio log.
Day 12. As we watch the booster
Hey,
rock up
Steven.
into the night sky, riding a pillar of flame, you took my hand, squeezed it, and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars."
Shadow Dragon. Graphics card didn't score very well. What sort of benchmark? And what was that percentage based on? What sort of scale? So the Vantages give us cool views, and they give us a little bit of an audio log, but the coolest part is not necessarily the view or the audio log. It's the rest. The same person has been dropping all these. He called them Vantage, or he called them Vantage spikes. Spikes, at any rate. He had these spikes which take a snapshot and then remain. Oh, shitstorm. Yeah, he didn't say Apaka Shitstorm. Same guy, though. It's the same guy who's gone to all these points. Apaka Shitstorm Tour, Day 3, etc. Hi, Ma. Last stop. After this, I'll have said everything I need to. It was just a routine launch, but for us it might as well have been Apollo 11. It was my first payload, a Seeker extractor with an upgraded propulsion system I'd designed. The vehicle was destined for M89282, an asteroid rich in ruthenium and tungsten. Are you familiar with the applications of tungsten? A metallurgic claim, as it happened. Family event through and through. So there we stood in the open air as night fell and the stars came up. And of course I was thinking of that night years before when we watched the Perseids together and talked and dreamed of this very moment. You were thinking of it too, because when the booster launched, as it rose into the sky on its jet of flame, you took my hand and said, "You have written the story of our family across the stars." Even then, I knew it wasn't true. The vehicle was headed for a rock, not a star. It was a routine launch, not some voyage of discovery. But my heart was too full to quibble. I just smiled and squeezed your hand back. It was the finest moment of my life. You and me, Ma. Onwards and upwards, the start of great things. But after you died, I broke down. The meaning of that night changed. Everything that had seemed wonderful seemed to turn rotten and false. It seemed false because it was false. I'd never written anything across the stars. Sure, I'd hoped to work on a project like that, a deep space probe or a colony ship, but it never happened. And now that my career was over, it never would. And then when I found out about the plague, the memory haunted me even worse. Because it wasn't just me who failed to write a story across the stars, you see. It was all of us, our entire species. All our innovation, all our tech, all our striving, and it came to zero. I've been looking up at the stars a lot, Ma, and the only story I see written across them is that we are small and insignificant and will soon disappear without hardly a trace left behind. It's a hard story, and I don't much like it. So I guess maybe what I've been trying to do these past 12 days is tell a different story. Not a big story written across the stars, but a tiny one, written across the humble earth of the only world we ever got to know. I have no reason to think that anyone or anything will survive to ever read it, or whether that happens or not, the truth of the story remains. That once upon a time, on a planet called Earth, there lived a boy named Bashar who loved his mother very, very much. Goodbye, Ma. I love you. Bashar Mati, son of Amal and Behas Mati, stepson of Wyatt Mahante, 24th November 2064. Woof. You don't belong here. Wow, that one was kind of crushing, wasn't it? Only one left. Welcome, Steven. Good to see you there. For some reason you didn't see the alert, but oh well. Must not have come back to the stream quick enough. Well, you made it. That's the important thing. I'm glad you could make it. We may be finishing this game today. Since it will hopefully only take a couple minutes here, let's head for this flower. After we collect this flower, I'm going to take a break. After the break, we're going to head for the Grave Horde, formerly U.S. Robotic Command. Things should get exciting. It was deep, damn it! Chronic, it was! It was deep. It was so deep. All the deep. You can't handle the deep. We are woo! Yeah! Yeah! Man, thank you. Thank you for your awesome and most generous support of the stream and all that goes on here. Thank you. Woo! Can we get some love in chat for We Are Woo? 17 months, man. Holy cow. Thank you so much, bud. So deep. All the deep. All the deepness. Yeah, not quite as dramatic as that one. That was a nice touch. who was here not long ago. Yeah, that was nice. He was sitting here. Set the alert off. Steven also had the resub alert, but it did not show up. Oh, is that? Maybe that's what you were talking about. You didn't see the alert. That's the alert you meant, Steven, not the stream alert. I completely misunderstood. Steven, thank you, man. Thank you for your sub and generous support of this stream. Thank you so much. And thank you for pointing that out. Seastar, I completely missed the boat on that. All the DPS. KG, thank you for the host. If you're out there, welcome, KG. Entrobot showed it, though. Interesting. 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 I don't know what to make of that. Jake, it's all right. Nobody needs to sub to the channel. Nobody needs to sub and donate. We will still be here. I will still be here. We will still have our adventures. And the most important thing is that you are here enjoying it with me, that we're all having a good time. That's the most important thing. The extra support that people offer of this stream is fucking amazing and has made so many more things possible. But we would be here anyways. And I hope you all know how wonderful it is to have you here. Always wonderful to have you here. What makes it extra special? You don't have to financially support the stream to support this stream. Just be here. Just have a good time. And all will be right with the world. All right, KG, I read you. Boy, I think it was that Vantage, but I'm getting all sappy here. Something about it, it just ripped me up a little. KG, you'll be lurking. Not doing so great at the moment. Lurking is all you can do. Well, a big hug for you, KG. Glad to know you're out there. I hope you're okay, in spite of not doing great. That should be our metal flower. One of the easiest to find, perhaps. For our last flower, it sure was easy to get to.
Such strange artifacts.
Metal flower, Mark II, D. All metal flowers earned. Ding! By its own nature, it towers above the tangle of rivers. Don't say it's a lot of dirt piled high. Without end, the mist of dawn, the evening cloud draw their shadows across it from the four directions. You can look up and see it, green and steep and wild. All right, I'm not going to try to get to this Vantage right now since I've been told we'll come across it in the course of the story. That Vantage is up here, the frozen north. Our destination is the Grave Hoard here. I'll tell you what, let's get ourselves ready for that. I'm going to take a break here. You see how long the break will be. It'll depend on the songs. Let's go with just a 5-minute break. It was all just a dream. Approaching Nirvana, just a dream. Just a dream. You're imagining all this. Soon you will wake. It will be another beautiful day. I was thinking just a 5-minute break here. Although maybe we should do 2 songs. Yeah, let me make it a closer to a 10-minute break, Matthew. I think that's a good idea. I didn't break at 90 minutes. We started early. It's gonna be a long stream, as long as it holds up. So let's see, that and one more. Cool. Vent your fear. Tornado comes in. In comes Vent, sits on your couch. Y'all got Doritos? I could arrange for some Doritos. Vent, welcome, man. Good to see you. I'm gonna take a break here since I started early today. I know this looks like a weird time for a break. The stream would have started 45 minutes ago if it had started on time, but we started an hour early, so it's been almost 2 hours. And I hope you'll all stay with us. Stay tuned. Maybe go take a quick break yourself, stretch your legs, grab a drink, smoke them if you got them. Hug something furry, scaly, feathered, or slimy. Whatever your boat may be. That's my bag, baby. I'll see you all back here in a few minutes. About 10. See you soon.